If you know what extrusion is, you're in luck because extrusion molding uses extrusion with a die to manufacture products. If you don't know what extrusion is, then let me explain it. If I have a cross-section profile and if I were to add material to it to make a long product with the same cross-section profile throughout, then that process would be called extrusion. So here you can see in the picture that all the products have a constant cross-section. For example, the yellow cylinder has a circular cross-section throughout. This black part has an L-shaped cross-section profile throughout. Extrusion is considered a continuous process because it allows you to make anything of unlimited length. For example, if I had a lot of material and I wanted to make this yellow cylinder 5 kilometers in length, I can do that with extrusion process. With discrete processes such as injection molding, I am limited in terms of the size. In any case, you will understand it better when I explain the extrusion molding process. Okay, so extrusion process is quite straightforward. First, you have a plastic powder reservoir. Connected to it is a screw feeder. At the end of the screw feeder is a steel die with a specific cross-section. The process begins with the plastic powder being dumped into the cross feeder. Now, the screw feeder rotates and forces the plastic powder to move forward toward the die. But in the chamber, the plastic powder melts because of the heat that is being applied from outside and all sorts of frictional forces inside. So by the time it reaches to the end, it is liquidified. This liquid is then forced through this cross section of the die. Now, on the other side of the die, the temperature is much cooler, so when the liquid exits, it solidifies and assumes the shape of the die. And that's how the extrusion molding process works. One quick thing I would like to mention here is that extrusion process can also be used with metals. If you wish to produce, say, metal pieces or I-beams or C-channels of steel material, then you would be using extrusion. I did not include the extrusion in the casting lectures because extrusion is not casting but a forming process, and I will cover the metal extrusion in the forming section of this course. Once the extrusion process is completed using extrusion dies, you have a choice. If you are manufacturing pipes, tubes, or constant cross-section areas using extrusion, you are done. But if you are manufacturing something like grocery bags or plastic bags, you need to use blown film extrusion. This process is similar to blowing a balloon. When you blow a balloon, it expands because the material is stretched due to pressure. Similarly, when you blow air into the thin-walled plastic product, it expands. This process can be better understood by watching a video from SME, Society of Manufacturing Engineers. Once this lecture is over, I would like you to click the YouTube link in the attachment section of this lecture. Once you've finished watching the video, you can resume the lectures again.